Hi everybody, I'm Tara Taglienti and I'm here with Dr. Lisa Cooney. We're here in Denver right now and we just got out of the advanced body class, and last night was Gary Douglas's abuse hold class, which I attended, and let me tell you, learning a process, an energetic process on how to just express or expel the energies of abuse from the body and energy field. Today I am a completely different person. I feel so much more at peace and ease, and you know, I'm wondering if it was like that for you as well. How is it for you?
Well, first I want to say hello to everybody out there, and thanks for listening wherever you're viewing this from. So yes, as Tara said, my name is Dr. Lisa Cooney, and with regards to the abuse hold, one of the things, I've only missed one class since they started doing it, and that was the one that was in Copenhagen, was the one I missed. So every abuse hold is different, and then also facilitating them pretty regularly throughout the country and in my home base of California. I have so many different experiences to draw from. Last night for me was the most spacious abuse hold that I experienced from the beginning when these classes came out about a year and a half ago. And it was easy, it was effortless, there was no pain, there was no trauma, there was no drama. It was simply just actually an energetic communion with the molecules universally and galactically, if you will, and also with the earth. So it was actually really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
And the intensity in the room of peace that occurred was something that I know Gary has talked about, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, that he was so happy with, that this was such a different abuse hold class. So I'm really excited about that, because I spoke with Gary, you know, about 2 years ago, and the team, and I said, this abuse hold, as somebody that has been specializing as a psychologist and licensed counselor and therapist and many other different things for the last 25 years, when I first had the abuse hold, I knew that exponentially more could be done with that, and now we're here and I'm so excited.
Yeah, I was really present to the amount of change on the planet that was occurring just from that one class. So thank you so much, Gary Douglas. And I'm so curious about like what you're into, because your background is in, you specialize in abuse, and I know you're a dynamic healer, doctor, a therapist, and I'm really curious to hear like what are you doing now? Like what's your whole
gig?
Yeah, what's your gig?
Let me tell you how I get my gig on.
How you get it on?
How to get it on. So thank you for that. Well, the truth is like, it's so funny when people say you specialize in abuse, and because like what actually is that? I think if I had a specialty, it'd be like moving people beyond abuse.
Yeah.
But yes, and I always say, because the business is named the Beyond Abuse Revolution, I just happen to be the catalyst for it. I always say that whatever abuse is to you, the Beyond Abuse Revolution is here for you regarding that. So for some people it may be moving beyond sexual abuse. Some people it may be moving beyond spiritual abuse. Some people it may be moving beyond financial abuse. Some people it may be moving beyond their own abuse when they look at the mirror to themselves and their body and the nasty things they consciously and unconsciously say to themselves. Some people may be ridding themselves of what their mother and father or a partner or a not so enjoyable other or a husband or a wife have impelled on them about the wrongness of them.
Yeah.
That's what it means to specialize in abuse and to move beyond abuse, because I have a personal target of eliminating and eradicating all forms of abuse off this planet, just a small target, so that all individuals can live radically and orgasmically alive.
Yeah, imagine a planet like that where abuse, the energy of abuse does not even exist.
Well, it's right here. I mean, where you came in last night and doing the abuse hold, and I saw the picture you posted on Facebook today with your eyes, just like a whole new world. It's like, this is the energy of eliminating and eradicating abuse off the planet. It's a whole new party.
Yeah. So, you know, I just wanted to say, like, thank you to Dr. Lisa. She has a radio show going on, and you you can listen to it. It's called
Beyond Abuse, Beyond Therapy, Beyond Anything on Voice America Empowerment.
Yeah, and one other thing, it sounds like we're going to have some sirens, so we may have to cut this, but...
That's just basically telling you to definitely listen to the radio show tomorrow, 10 a.m. I have actually our good friend Nirmata Kaufman coming on with me tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
With her book, Love in the Next 10 Seconds.
All right. Okay, we're back, and there's no more siren, but...
Careful what you ask for.
Okay.
Maybe more.
Okay. So, you know, one more thing is that I'm really excited about, and I'm excited to be interviewing you about, is Lisa Cooney is going to be coming to Florida, South Florida, in October, and we're going to be doing, it's a 2-day class. It's called Radically Alive Beyond Abuse. So, Lisa, I want to hear in your words, like, what can people expect from that, and what's your inspiration for creating that class?
Mm-hmm.
And
excellent. I'm glad that you asked, and I'm just so thankful to you too for your excitement and your joy about being the invitation. It was like, yeah, give me everything. Let's get it out there. Let's do this. So
yeah,
she's awesome. So I just want to say that first.
Thank you.
So it's really interesting. You know, Radically Alive Beyond Abuse was an inspiration from the Beyond Abuse revolution, right? I talk about it separate from me because I'm the catalyst for it, and I just ask it questions about what wants to get created. So this elective class, which is approved through Access Consciousness, is called Radically Alive Beyond Abuse, and we'll be doing certainly people do bars in it, and some people do body processes in the class if they've had the body class, and then I can introduce them if they haven't to some of the other body processes if their bodies require it, and if their bodies, you know, can really, it's a kindness for their bodies. Outside of that, every class in every country that I've run this class in, which is now about, we're just waiting. This is about the 10th or 12th time. By the time I get to Florida, it might be 15 times that I have been facilitating this class, and everywhere it's different. In Hawaii, it was one thing. In San Francisco, it was all about secrets. In Sweden, it was all about something else. You know, in Australia, it was about financial abuse. One place was about spiritual abuse. Hong Kong, it was all about money and the silencing of the voice. So I don't know what it's going to be in Florida. What I do is I ask the earth and the bodies of Florida, whether they're coming to the class or not, to show me what the energy is that's best for the land of Florida, for the bodies of Florida, and for the people in the class about living radically alive beyond abuse.
That's
so
awesome.
I can't say specifically what it's going to be about, but that's the call. So if anything about that invites you to come with us, then please do, because you know, we require your body there. And my inspiration was the following, and I really needed this as a child. I grew, many people, you may not know me, but you can read up on my story on Voice America, or a couple of the books I have out on Amazon, in The Energy of Happiness, Energy of Receiving, there's a couple of other ones. And I grew up in a very violent household. I was raped repeatedly from the age of 3 up until at least, you know, teenage years. And the abuses went on in the metaphysical community, through my family. I can go on and on and on, through a modeling agency, porno films, everything that I think I just took one for the whole universe here. However, I'm happy, and this is what I do every day. And literally, I wanted to create a space in a class setting where people could come and talk about anything. No more pink elephants shitting in the room, stinking up the place, and everybody stepping over it or around it or in it and not saying anything about it. Whatever abuse is to you that you have struggled with and had lateral changes with, and not quantum leaps and exponential leaps with, that's what the Beyond Abuse Revolution does, and that's what Radically Alive Beyond Abuse is. And I will facilitate you with those questions, as well as all the bodies in the rooms beyond it. One person that comes to mind, who actually joined with me because of her experience in Radically Alive Beyond Abuse and works with me now, a lady from Australia, said, in 6 minutes you moved me through 10 years of therapy. And there was one gentleman who was 66 years old who was only told 2 people, I was the second person, about his being sodomized by his grandfather for 10 years so that his brother did not have to be sodomized. And what he went from a 60-something-year-old man to a 15-year-old looking handsome, stellar gentleman in the class, just from alleviating the trauma and the energy off of his body. It was so, so beautiful.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that that as people experience physical changes, I guess emotional changes, I would say kind of like what we experienced last night, just a sense of peace and ease. And also heard you say you also facilitate financial abuse. So is that more money? more money?
Well, financial abuse is really interesting because and just any abuse, it's all about receiving, really.
Yeah.
And even the beautiful woman behind the camera knows from being in a class with me that what we're actually doing is we're laughing a lot during this class.
Yeah.
We laugh a lot during an abuse class. I'm going to say it again. We laugh a lot moving beyond abuse. That's why
L-O-L.
Do that again. That was so
L-O-L.
I can't even repeat it, but I want to try. I did it backwards. I'm a little dyslexic.
Wait, do this one. L-O-L. Laugh out loud.
We do that in the abuse class because, and that's like one of my biggest targets is like within the first hour that people are just like laughing. And because laughter actually breaks open the lockdown in the body from trauma, and that childlike innocence within us that is joy gets reinvigorated and just exponentialized during this class. And like you can be just the freeness and the fullness and the limitlessness possibility of the amazing and brilliant and phenomenal beings you truly be. That's really what this class is about. That's what I believe that I embody now. That's what you're embodying. That's what we're all embodying through the Abuse Hold class and moving beyond abuse. This is not about your story. This is about moving beyond abuse. In Israel, when I just did this class, I literally had a facilitator and a client of the facilitator at war with each other in the class. And so Israel became a meaning process about learning how to move beyond projection, separations, expectations, and rejections in relationship, which was abusing each other, which we found the roots of that dynamic in other people other than what was happening between themselves.
What I'm just getting is that the more this stuff gets out there, it's like, would even like wars exist anymore? Like, would even stuff like that, like all the things that we tend to not like about what's going on the planet, would that kind of stuff even, would it even
Believe
exist?
it or not, moving beyond abuse has the capacity to change all of reality, from your body to the earth to different countries, I believe, to wars, I know, to religions, to anything that is a lockdown in a causal reality that diminishes our capacity to be empowered, unique, conscious creators on the planet.
Yeah.
And that's you watching this.
Yes, you
watching it.
Come to the class and
money come,
not
money
only
come, money come.
Yeah, and not only change your world, but change the world.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
I gotta do you a high five on that one. Not only change your world, but change the world.
So thank you so much for being here. Lisa, thank you for what you're creating on the planet. I'm excited to be partnering with you on this. And guys, you're gonna see links somewhere around this video or some more information about the class, and I can't wait to see you guys there. So.
And if you like a lot of hugs, we'll give you lots of hugs.
We'll be there.